This is CBN News Watch.
We turn now to the issue of religious freedom. It isn't only for American Christians, it's for people of all faiths. Members of America's Ahmadiyya Muslim community delivered that message on Capitol Hill Monday. Representatives from 30 states met government leaders to voice concern for the rights of the Uyghur people of China. More than 100 million Uyghurs are forcibly detained in Chinese detention camps. The ambassador for international religious freedom, Sam Brownback, joined the Muslims in speaking out against the mistreatment.
China seems to be at war with faith. It is a war they will not win. Governments come and go, but faith stays the course and stays on because it's how people direct their souls. It's something that lives within people. Advocate, advocate, advocate. Push, push, push. And then also include these issues in your prayers. Put them up also in front of God.
Senior international correspondent Gary Lane is here right now with more on this. So first, who are the Ahmadiyya Muslim people and why did they visit Washington on behalf of the Uyghurs?
They're a small sect of Islam. They started in British India, in the Punjab state, I should say, back in 1889. There are probably as many as 10, 20 million of them worldwide, Ephraim. And right here in the United States, started in 1920. There are probably about 20,000 here in the U.S., a very small community, but they're terribly persecuted because their brand of Islam is not the same as Sunni or Shia Islam, mostly persecuted by other Muslims.
Now, when we come to the Uyghurs, has Sam Brownback discussed this with the Chinese government?
Yes, he has. As a matter of fact, he said, look, you've got 1 million of them detained in your facilities in camps around China. And he recently talked to a representative of the UN for the Chinese, and he said, look, what are you going to do about this? He says, oh, no, these are boarding schools. These are boarding schools. They're not detainment camps. He said, oh, really? Well, if they're boarding schools, I've got a list here of Uyghurs who are being detained, and their family members want to know what happened to them. Where are they being detained in these border schools? He got no response. So he's been very critical of the Chinese government. For that, China says, mind your own business.
Now, what did the Chinese government do when it came to an American Uyghur, the director of the Campaign for Uyghurs?
Yes. Her name is Rushan Abbas, and Rushan Abbas last September spoke before the Hudson Institute about the Uyghur people, and as a result of that, guess what happened to her? Her sister and her aunt were arrested. She doesn't know where they are. The Chinese government arrested them. She wants to have some answers, but Ephraim, this is basically what she said in a quote. She said, look, I've been a U.S. citizen for 25 years. I'm proud of that, yet the long arm of the Chinese Communist regime has extended its reach across borders to ravage my heart by jailing the only close family that I have. So their reach all the way across the Pacific Ocean to the U.S.
Now, when it comes to that congressional meeting with the Ahmadiyya Muslims,
yes,
you said that, or believe that, one of the big takeaways is something that Peter King said, a congressman.
Yeah, Peter King basically said, look, we have to have religious freedom for everyone. It isn't just for Christians, it's for everyone. And if it isn't for everyone, it is universal, but if it isn't, then we have religious freedom for no one.
Indeed.
That is a big takeaway. But Sam Brownback also said, please pray. Not only advocate, but pray.
Absolutely.
Yes.
All right, Gary, thank you so much for following this for us.